Guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Heather McCarthy, and in today's video, I'm going to be sharing a daily grace haul that's kind of huge. If you look over here, kind of huge. I got a little bit addicted. So I showed a few of these in my 2022 Bible study plan. I had bought Ruth and Daughters of Grace. And then I just bought more. I haven't done either of those yet. I plan on doing them throughout the year. Daughters of Grace is going to be over the summer. And Ruth, I'm going to do closer to Christmas time because my devotional goes over Ruth at Christmas. Random off topic. But today I'm going to show you the rest of what I've bought from Daily Grace over the past 3 months. So if that interests you, stay tuned. All right, so I'm going to start with kind of the most expensive thing that I bought there. And I bought a new Bible. So I bought an ESV study Bible, which is absolutely gorgeous. It looks like this. I also got the rose tabs for it. So the tabs just look like that. And I got this because we recently changed churches, and the church that we're going to now uses the ESV Bible, not the NIV, which is the blue Bible you've seen on my channel before. That's an NIV. And I was just noticing a lot of the differences in wording, and I found some of the words in here to be more meaningful to me and to bring up more in me. So I did not have a study Bible. And I like this because it has the maps and all of that and the notes and the study Bible. So I'm not writing in this one. My idea for that Bible is to have it be like the heirloom type hand-me-down Bible where I'm going to write like births and marriages and deaths and that kind of stuff. And then my other Bible, my NIV, is still where I am scrawling all of my notes. So my hope is to keep this one nice and crisp looking and like, not crisp. Obviously it's going to look used as a Bible, but not written in and scribbled in and, that kind of stuff, not highlighted in. So that is my plan for that one. So I grabbed an ESV Bible, and I will link everything down below that I'm talking about. I will link to the Daily Grace site so you can find it. But so far, I do really enjoy that. I like the ESV version. I'm really actually liking it better than the NIV. It's just, like I said, some of the words are more powerful, bring forward more meanings in my brain, and help me draw more correlations between like the Old Testament and Jesus, and even just like prophecies of Jesus and Jesus because of the different wordings in here versus in the NIV. I don't know. What's y'all's favorite Bible version? Comment down below what you use. I'm still new to this. I grabbed NIV because it was what our former church used. Yeah. Now I have an ESV. I also have a New King James, which is what we use for Mass and for school. So, yeah. After that, I'm just going to go through a stack of Bible studies that I grabbed. And I have not done all of these. I've done some of them, or I've started some of them. And I'm just planning on working my way through them. So the first one I have is the It Is Well study. And this is an anxiety study. It's walking away from anxiety and into God's words. My husband has been doing this. That's why there's a bookmark in there. FYI, if you are curious about Daily Grace, the women's and the men's studies, the questions are identical from what I can see. The only thing that is different is the pictures. So my husband and I do share these, and he just gets over the girly pictures. But yeah, so I have It Is Well, and this is anxiety study. And this is a shorter one. So I think it's only a couple of weeks instead of being like 6 or 7. I don't know. I don't know how many weeks this is. Yeah, this looks like it's about 3 weeks. This is only a 3-week study versus a lot of the other ones I have are 4, 6, 8-week studies. So we have It Is Well. Another one I grabbed, which is the one that I am currently working through, is the 40 Days with Jesus. And this is one that I actually went on their site specifically to buy and liked it so much, I bought the rest of these. Like, that was how this worked. I bought this one. I started it. Obviously, I started it when Lent started, and then I bought a ton more because I really enjoyed this one. So I'm on day 26 so far of this Lent study with Jesus. It's 40 days through the New Testament, through the life of Jesus. And currently I think I'm learning about the Good Samaritan tonight, if I remember correctly. So it's a lot. The devotionals in here are a little bit longer, so they're even like 2.5 pages long. But I'm really learning a lot from it. I've taken a lot from it. My note-taking Bible is full of notes from this. So I'm really enjoying the 40 Days with Jesus study. Another one I got is the God That Comes Near, which is the study of Haggai. We did the book of Haggai in church a few months ago, and I took so much from it. Like, my page is full of notes. My entire book of Haggai is full of notes. So I got this to see if I could get even more out of it, and I'm excited. I actually think this is the male version. I think I grabbed the men's version. So you see, that's like the difference. It's like darker coloring. Like, that's the difference between the male and the female versions. And there's cactuses instead of pretty flowers. I'm really excited to do this one. I enjoyed going through the book of Haggai in church, and I want to see if I can dive deeper into it. The next one I got, the next two actually, I follow a channel on YouTube. I cannot think of her name right now. Faith. How to Faith a Life, I think is her channel. I will link it down below. But she said if you really wanted to understand the church and understand just the church and the politics and how it's all laid out, to read Romans. So I got the 2 books that study Romans. This is called The Gospel of Grace, and there's 2. This one covers chapters 1 through 8, and this is chapters 8 through 16. So this is a obviously larger study. I will probably, pick a season and just go through this. Pick a spring, summer, winter, fall, and just go through all of this. Probably about 12 weeks, I would guess. So I'm excited for that one. I have not read the book of Romans yet. If you are new here, we were doing the Bible study by Wendell. I forget his first name. I have a video on it. I will link it up above. I'm honestly just not loving it. I feel like I haven't taken much from it. I feel rushed to read rather than reading for comprehension, because it gives you like a book a week goal, and I have a hard time when something gives me a goal and I don't complete that goal. I know that's a personal problem, but I have this thing where something says read this in a week. I feel like I have to read it in a week. So I found that with a lot of the books that I was reading for the Wendell study, I wasn't reading for comprehension. I wasn't reading to learn. I was reading it to get it done. So I've kind of put that down for now. As I finish some of these daily grace studies, I might go back in there and answer the questions as I've finished the book in the daily grace study. But I'm not even sure about that, because I don't feel like the questions in there are as thought-provoking as the questions in these. I'm really loving these questions. They're really making me dive pretty deep. So I really, really like, at least the Walking with Jesus or the 40 Days with Jesus is pushing me deep. So I'm really enjoying that. Oh, and if anyone's curious, I am not writing in these. Like I said, I'm using them. My husband is using them. I will probably reuse them with Madison for homeschool curriculum in the future. And I have also seen them for sale on Mercari. So I might even do that in the future, sell some of them. But I'm answering the questions on my iPad, just like with an iPad pencil, and answering my questions there so that they can be reused and they're not so like disposable. The next 4 go together. So I got the Story of Redemption, which this is a 4-volume study that goes through the entire Bible. And it's supposed to be finding Jesus in the entire Bible, like in the Old Testament, which is what I really struggled with in the Wendell ones. Was in the Old Testament, it wasn't pointing me to Jesus. It wasn't making the connections for me. It might for other people. For me, who has very limited knowledge of the Bible to begin with, it wasn't making those connections that I personally needed it to make. So the Story of Redemption is supposed to be pointing to Jesus in every part of the Bible. The first book goes from Genesis to 2 Samuel. The second Story of Redemption 2, goes from 1 Kings through the Psalms. The third one is Proverbs to Malachi. And the last one is Matthew through Revelation. So I'm really excited to do this. This will probably be my 2023 Bible reading plan. I will probably try to get through the 4 of these in 2023. Yes, I just bought a ton all at once, and they're just going to sit here until I read them all. But that's how this works. So the story of redemption, I'm excited for. I saw a lot of people using it this year in the Daily Grace Co's Facebook group, which I will link below if you're not a part of. And I loved the questions they were asking, and like the questions they were asking each other to like communicate about this study and sharing their answers, and that made me buy it. So I got that. Like I said, I'll probably be using that next year. Next, I have the Psalms. So the first one I have is Delight, a walk through the Psalms. This is through Psalm 1 through 30, which I have actually completed about half of this. I put it down to do the Lent study, but I was really enjoying it. I'm enjoying digging through the Psalms. I'm digging into them really, really deep, trying to do some like different word study type stuff and comparing versions of the Bible. I really got deep into the Psalms. I'm really enjoying them. So I'm excited to pick this back up after I finish the Lent study. And funny fact, after I had started this, our church actually announced they are starting a Psalms series after Easter. So we'll be doing, I think it's 20 weeks on the Psalms. So that is when I will finish doing these. So this is the first book in the Psalm series. It is called Delight. The second one is called Wait, which this is Psalm 31 through 60. And the last one is called Seek, and this is Psalm 61 through 90. So I will probably be doing those in the next few months. Like I said, our church is doing a 20-week study on the Psalms, so I'll probably do that going along with that. And then I have more. I have to go get them. This is the end of the stack. I have to go get the rest of the stack. I have the story of Habakkuk, which I loved Habakkuk. Again, when we did the minor prophets in church this past, I guess it was over the summer, maybe the winter. I don't know, fall. It was in there somewhere. It might have been in the fall. We did Jonah, Haggai, and Habakkuk. So this is Habakkuk, and I'm excited to dig deeper into this one. I didn't take as much from this one as the Haggai one that we did at church, but I'm interested to try it. I don't know. I'm interested to take more out of Habakkuk than I did because I'm surprised I didn't take out more than I did. I'm going to go grab the rest and I'll be right back. So these 4 just came in the mail yesterday. That was why they were still in my kitchen. But I got the Sermon on the Mount, which we are going through right now in that 40 Days with Jesus book that I was talking about. We're also going through it in church a little bit for our Easter series. And I just wanted to dig deeper into it. So I got the Sermon on the Mount study, which is a study on God's upside down kingdom, which is really funny because we just did a series at church called The Upside Down Kingdom. So I'm really interested to pick this one up. That'll probably be in the near future. I don't know. This is my problem now, is picking an order to do all these in. Like I said, I know the story of redemption. I'm going to start in January. But the rest of them, I'm trying to pick an order. And I still want to do Fields of Grace and Ruth. Like, I really want to do Ruth. So I might do that after the Psalms. But this is becoming my problem, is now what order do I do them all in? If you have an opinion on the order other than like chronological order through the Bible, which that might actually be a good idea now that I'm thinking about it. But if you have another idea, comment it down below. The next one I have is The Journey to Freedom, a study on the life of Moses. Again, these are some of the earlier books that I feel like I didn't get a lot out of with the Windall study. Obviously, this is like Exodus. I also got one on Genesis, and I feel like I read them, but I read them quickly. Like, Genesis is 50 chapters, and I read it in a week. Okay? Let's just talk about that. I took nothing from it. Like, obviously, I took from it that I read it and that I know what it says. But I didn't get these smaller intricacies and the serpent being the devil. I mean, I did get the serpent being the devil. I didn't get all the prophecies of Jesus and all of that, and that's in there. And I feel like I really needed to dive deeper into some of the Old Testament than I did. Like, I feel like I read it like it was a history book. Really. Like, I read it like it was a history book, not for deeper meaning. So I'm going to go back and read some more of the Old Testament that we have read and reread it for a deeper meaning. So as I said, I also got one on the book of Genesis. This is part 1, a study of Genesis 1 through 11. So I guess there's going to be 4 or 5 parts. This is the only one that is out currently. I will buy the rest as they come out. So I might wait to do this one until the rest are out so that I can go straight through rather than like breaking up Genesis. But I forget where we were talking about some of the Genesis. I forget where exactly, but I was having this conversation with someone that was pointing to Jesus in Genesis. And I was like, I totally did not see that when I read it. Like that went right past my brain when I was reading it. So yeah, I got this to help me dive just a little bit deeper into some of the stories or some of the books that I kind of rushed through with the Windall study. After that, I have Fighting with Faith, which this is the book of Philippians. I know nothing about Philippians. I have no idea why I grabbed this. I think I just liked the cover, to be completely honest. I think I thought the cover was pretty. Again, it's a book that I haven't read, so I am excited to read it and to use this study. I can't pick an order, you guys. I might just do them however they line up with church. Maybe that's a good idea. Whatever book we're doing with church, because I know we're doing Malachi. I don't think I have one on the book of Malachi. Well, I guess that just shot that idea in the foot. I don't know. Comment down below. Tell me what order would you do these in. And then last one I have is on the Lord's Prayer. So this is a shorter study. I think it's only a few weeks. Yeah, it looks like it's only a 3-week study on the Lord's Prayer, which we recently had a sermon on this, and I really enjoyed it. So that was why I got this one, was to dig deeper into that. So that is everything I have bought from Daily Grace Co. in the past 3 months. I'm sure I will buy more in the near future. If you like seeing videos like this, if you like seeing what I'm studying or what I'm buying to study the Bible or the Bibles I am buying, comment down below so that I keep doing them. Most of my content here is homeschool related, but this is something that I'm personally enjoying and learning from lately. So I want to share it. If y'all don't want me to, tell me and I'll hush. But if you enjoy it, which from the views on other videos I've done, it looks like people are enjoying it. But let me know in the comments down below what you want to see. I know I had said today was going to be showing how I'm going to do my portfolio for next year for Madison. I did not have time to film that. I was supposed to film yesterday. We had some really nasty weather. We are in North Florida and had some of those tornadoes and storms. It was really dark and dreary and windy, and it's really hard to film in my house when it's dark and dreary and windy because you can hear the wind and it's dark. Shocker. So I'm filming this before we go to gymnastics on a Friday morning to get it up for Tuesday. I promise Thursday's video will be that portfolio video and how I'm going to do it. I'm going to be putting out 2 options, but I'm going to be filming that. I might even film it later today. I'm not really sure, but I wanted to make sure I at least got one done for Tuesday so I can stay on track. But after all that babbling and talking, that is the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Hit the subscribe button if you are new here. I have new content every Tuesday and Thursday, usually about homeschool, which is going to be kindergarten this year. Sometimes about Bible, sometimes about mom life. Different things in our lives. I also do a lot of books and book hauls, and I might even show what we're reading. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the little bell so that you get notified every time I upload. Because I will say, I noticed today YouTube isn't putting my subscriptions in my subscription box. Don't know why, but I noticed there were like 4 videos that came out from people that I watched, and their videos weren't in my subscription box, even though I'm still subscribed to them. So hit that little bell if you want to be notified every time I upload. And like I said, comment down below, introduce yourselves, answer my crazy questions, tell me what order you would do these studies in. And I hope to see you guys in the next video on Thursday. Bye guys.